everyone. Welcome to Barely Necessities. It's laughingplace.com's live discussion of Disney merchandise. I'm the site co-founder, Rebecca Mosley. Rebecca Burbank is with us as always, having gathered up a list of Disney items. How you doing over there, Becca?
I'm good. I'm ready for summer.
Right? I am too. And I've been watching our coverage. Some of our team members are at Epic Universe. So we've been having all of these images coming in of the various portals opening up. So it's been fun.
Yeah, it's super exciting.
One of the things that really caught my eye in the midst of all that is, I don't know if you got to see it, but we actually shared a picture of a Frankenstein monster pretzel.
Ooh, I had not seen
Yeah,
that.
it looks like Frankenstein. You've got the bolts, like
Oh
the
my
the
gosh.
silhouette. It's even got the bolts on the side. So yeah, pretty cool. Hi, how you doing? But we're kicking off because the premiere of Lilo and Stitch in theaters is just around the corner. I have my tickets, so I'm excited. I think that's tomorrow. Actually, now that I think of
Yeah,
it,
I think you're right because Friday is the official day, but
yeah, I got tickets for one of those 626 fan event screening dynamics they've got going on at I want to say it's AMC, but yeah, I'm gonna have to check that. But I just got back from Olani over in beautiful Hawaii, our beautiful state out there in the Pacific Ocean. But when we were there, Becca, we stumbled on a beautiful collection of Stitch merchandise. This is actually uh, one of those what they call the Disney Artist Showcase collection,
Oh, nice.
and so it's done by Jared Maruyama. I'm gonna make
Hmm.
sure I wanted to. I'm pulling it off to make sure. Yeah, and so it was a wide variety of items featuring his rendition of Stitch, which is completely adorable.
Yes. Yeah, I love his interpretation of various Disney characters. So it makes perfect sense. Oh.
Yeah, so it's Stitch. He's on vacation, got his sunshades on, got some shaved ice there, rainbow colored with so lots of flavor going on. But yeah, it's a big collection. Anything in particular kind of grab your eye as you were looking through what was available, Becca?
I mean, that spirit jersey for sure. Like, I
Oh, okay.
really like the ombre effect of it. Did you get it?
So here it is, live and in person. So this is the Disney 70th shirt. So if you've seen that 70th shirt, it'll give you some of the kind of the perspective of the coloration. It's a very similar kind of that blue. And like Becca says, up at the top, up by your shoulders, you're going to get a nice deep blue, and then it's going to get lighter and more pale as you get towards the bottom. But yeah, adorable little Stitch playing the ukulele on the front, up by the chest placket there, and then on the back, nice and big.
Yes,
We've got Olani between the shoulder blades. Just beautiful,
that is so pretty.
really beautiful. Spirit jersey, and then the camp shirt that they were selling is nice, lightweight. It's got Stitch represented along with a. I'm gonna hold it right up to the camera so y'all
Yeah.
can see it. Along with a ukulele, you got a Dole Whip, all the things you want to enjoy on vacation, and the Olani logo. But all what we're showing right now, this is part of a special collection that is currently only available over there at Olani.
Yeah, that's
So
incredible.
yeah, we even they've got pins and various other items here. Let me pull up the picture again so y'all can see the variety, but leaning into that like Stitch on vacation, because the original film, Becca, Lilo and Stitch, they live on a different island than Olani,
Okay.
and so I don't know if it's gonna hold true to that in this next one. I've seen some talk online that maybe not, because I know that this live action version that they used a famous movie location on Oahu. Doobie, correct me if I'm wrong because I'm super tired. We flew in this morning on a red eye, so forgive me if I'm not quite on my game. But the Lilo House was actually filmed on Oahu, and I don't know if that's what island they're actually setting the movie on, or if that's one of those where you film it in one place kind of thing. So look at this luggage tag, the bright colors on this.
Yeah, that's a fantastic luggage tag. I like the Loungefly too. Like both of those are very, very cute. I'd like to have them in my possession.
Yeah, I think my favorite item of the collection, even though I didn't end up bringing it home, because you know how sometimes you're just like, I really can't buy yet another coffee mug.
Right.
Because this coffee mug, it's a sculpted 3-dimensional head of Stitch, and it has the silhouette, it has like the image, the reflection of Aulani Resort in the shades. And I just thought this is such a clever design and everything, but I had to exercise some restraint and not bring that home. So, however, check it out. Isn't he cute though?
Ooh, yes.
Okay, so this is a little sparkly headband that they had there with the beautiful plumeria.
Oh, that's so lovely.
And then you got Stitch enjoying a Hawaiian ice. Now, in all fairness, this all is Anita shopping. My gal pal in Ohio. I sent her that first picture, and she's like, "Okay, I want this and this."
Oh.
So my luggage came home with a lot of items for Anita. But they even had some ornaments. So if you're heading to Aulani anytime soon, be sure to be prepared for some amazing Stitch items over there. Also, Becca, surprise, surprise, one of the things that we haven't yet told the team, we haven't yet shared with the team our pictures of, some new lug over there.
Ooh, that's so pretty.
Isn't that gorgeous? So you've got Minnie with a beautiful hibiscus flower in the hair, and then the pattern. And then on the back, you have a floral representation of Mickey, right? And then the Aulani logo. This is that typical lug size. It's also the typical price of $65 for the lug, the small lug purse. But then they had a lug tote.
Ooh.
Once again, that brilliant pink, and then the floral designs on it. You have Minnie and Mickey. Mickey's like got his paddle, like he's doing a paddle boarding activity. Pluto's on there having a bit of fun. So it's Mickey, Minnie, and Pluto. Beautiful yellow interior with a few more items that I picked up. And even look, this is the little touch that I thought was super cute, and we'll share it once I get the pictures to the team.
Oh, yeah.
Chip and Dale having a little bit of fun inside the lug there. So just really, really pretty. And the Aulani.
Like a logo medallion.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, a logo medallion. So yeah, lots of beautiful items over at Aulani. Some new Dooney and Burke too. So yeah, if you're a Stitch fan and you happen to be heading to Aulani, you will find lots of new Stitch.
So good.
Even their collectible, even their new refillable mug has Stitch. So see, there's Aulani. And then obviously the logo up top. And then, yeah, this is the stainless steel refillable mug. They still had the big plasticky typical one that you can find at a Disney resort. But right now they're also offering a design with Stitch and a design with Moana.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and here, let me share one more thing from Aulani. I wasn't going to, but I will. Duffy and Friends are big over there too. And so a couple of little pins of Duffy, Olumel, Lena Bell. I'm trying to think. That's who I remember seeing. I know others were there, but those were the ones that I particularly remember seeing. So yeah, lots of cute, fun things.
It's super cute. Yeah.
Over there. Continuing with Stitch stuff, what you can find over here just onshore. You don't have to go anywhere special for Becca. Some Stitch Loungefly.
Yes, this is a new collection. This is Stitch, not necessarily Lilo and Stitch. And I think it's also supposed to be really inspired by the animated film. So that's at least that's what I'm getting from the artwork that they have.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is a really pretty collection. I like that they've got well, oh yeah, we've got the bag
Right.
charms, the mystery bag charms. So there's also kind of why it's Lilo and Stitch 2002 and not
Yep,
not
leaning into that
2025.
classic look. Oh, it's so cute. I like the blues here.
I do too. I think it's really smart that they just stuck with it, like the. I mean, yes, you've got a couple different shades of blue, but
Mm-hmm.
I like that it's not. There's nothing competing with it. It's just all very much like Stitch.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, totally. And I forgot how much I like Stitch. It was one of those things where when the film came out all those years ago, I got really wrapped up in it and I bought so much merchandise and I've had it kind of set away. You know, you enjoy things for a little while, especially I mean, sorry, but I'm an adult. So I enjoy them for a little bit and then I put them away. I'm not, pulling out my plush all the time. But for this trip, I went kind of through and gathered up a few of my favorites. And there's this adorable interactive Stitch plush that I had picked up all those years ago, and maybe I'll bring him out next week for all of y'all. But you say aloha Stitch, and he says hi, and then you can ask him various questions, and he'll respond. And I don't know, I forgot how adorable he is, and it was too much fun to play with him again. So I'm really excited to kind of step back into this world of Lilo and Stitch, and I'm excited to see how they're bringing it to life in this new way. So my
Yeah.
hopes are high. I'm a little with a little trepidation, but my hopes are high.
I think it'll be good. And even if everybody else doesn't like it, but you do, that's fine too. Like
That is
there's stuff that I'm like, I know this isn't great, but oh, is it special to
touched
me?
my heart. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Um, Speaking of that time of year, we weren't speaking of it, but I just used that in that moment. Uh, Father's Day gift guide. What kind of fun items do we have here, Becca?
We're in the whole gamut. It's a little bit of everything. We've got these the Citizen Spider-Man watch, so very high end, something that you're like, Dad, I've put a lot of time and thought into getting this to you, or getting this for you, or like the Iron Man caddy there, if he's a golfer. This is stuff that's gonna be a little bit more high end. You've also got this nice pullover with Mickey. I think that is, yeah, it's Nike. So again, something a little bit sportier, a little bit higher end when it comes to purchasing. And then, yeah, you got to have fun with Simpsons clogs, right?
Oh, these are
From Croc.
adorable. Okay, I like the family on the sofa along with the TV. They're a little dimensional. I saw a kid today on the airplane wearing dimensional Crocs. They had some sort of element like that. I wanted to say that it was meant to be a submarine, and it was like the periscope on the submarine.
Oh, that's
So
cute.
yeah. Hi, Sonia.
Hello.
Say hi. I'll say hi. We've also got a fanny pack. As Becca and I have talked about, buying gifts for the geek dad
Mhm.
are so much easier now than it used to be. You didn't find things like a Darth Vader hair pomade,
Right, right.
or
Pomade.
or soap, right? You weren't jumping in to be like, hey, Dad, here's some adult Star Wars swim trunks.
Right.
The best you could do is maybe find something that looked kind of like a Starfield, but now you can bring a little bit of that geek culture into just about any element you want to when it comes to purchasing a gift for Dad. If you have a new father in your life,
Mhm.
right? Here's a beautiful book that they can enjoy with the new little one. So we've got a nice little collection of items for that dad who loves all things Disney or Star Wars or Marvel. So Becca, I'll have the link below. Be sure to check that out. But mostly we just wanted to give you a little heads up. Father's Day around the corner. Don't forget.
That's right.
Oh, Speaking of dimensional Crocs, yeah, I could actually use it there because we were talking about it.
Yes. Yeah, we've got a new pair of Eeyore Crocs at Disney store. These, I don't know, I like them. I think it's pretty fun.
I'm with you. I like the plush ears. I like the colors that they've gone with. You've got the adorable. I mean, clearly, you look at this and you instantly know that we're dealing with an Eeyore here. Oh yeah. So these are a nice new Winnie the Pooh Croc. By the way, for those of you who live in Boston, they're about to have a Winnie the Pooh exhibit over at an area museum there. So I know we just got that email hit my box just before we went live. So I suspect on Laughing Place, we'll be talking a little bit about it. Not necessarily like a Disney Winnie the Pooh, but Winnie the Pooh, as far as, you know, the classic storybook is going to be celebrated there at a local Boston museum.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. So this caught me off guard. So I'll let you talk about it. But this is a cult, what they're calling a cult classic line.
Yes, and if you well, we'll get to it in a minute, but yeah, high snobiety. I think I'm saying that right. They're again, you know, one of these kind of like capsule collections. I feel is what they do. They have some interesting high end items, and this month they are celebrating Romeo and Juliet, the Baz Luhrmann film from I don't remember the year, but starring Claire Danes and Leonardo DiCaprio. And yeah, this is it's an interesting collection for me. I like that they're pulling quotes and elements from the film itself. Okay. Yeah, I've got the pair of star-crossed lovers there. So it's kind of reminiscent of the imagery from like the movie posters and from the, you know, home release as well. But yeah, this is new and available now. And that Romeo and Juliet is not the only franchise they're celebrating. They're also looking at Flubber of all things.
Wow.
Yes. And then Fight Club and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So if you visit the Highest Nobiety site and look at their cult classics, there's some Flubber t-shirt, there's a Flubber keychain, and then so a ceramic tray that looks like, that has the VHS look, like the video itself in there. So some interesting stuff. And then for Buffy, there's a t-shirt that it has the logo on the front, and then on the back it has all of the episodes from the first season. So some interesting high-end items for you here if you are someone who grew up in the 90s and you love the cult classics.
Okay, so speaking of high-end, Becca, while we were waiting to take our photo with Stitch at Olani, this couple sat down next to us wearing these exquisite Snow White. And so I had to ask. So it's these high-end collections. I want to say it's an Australian design company, Camilla. Okay. And I mean, let me see if I can pull up this image in like a full where I can zoom in better.
Oh wow.
So that you can see. But I mean, this patterning, and she was wearing, the lady was wearing like beautiful flowy pants in this pattern, while the gentleman she was with had this as a like button-up shirt. It was like, I want to say almost like a Mandarin collar shirt. And so it was a delightful like his and hers look, but the artwork on it was gorgeous. And I think it was a silk material. But Camilla, this high-end Australian designer, has several of these Disney various collections, and it was not a designer. I feel like we've touched on these designs before, like a long time ago.
Yeah, I think so.
But these, I think I want to say she has 2 or 3 Snow White ones that have come out in more recent months that hadn't kind of crossed my desk, and seeing them in person, I was like, these are stunning. They are really elegant. And they read elegant even in person. So yeah, I wanted to share
That's
that.
always good to know that
Right? Yeah,
even in person, it's
exactly. Let's see. Jumping over to the other end of the economic scale when it comes to clothing, Old Navy.
yeah.
We've got we've got we've got some Old Navy Disney garb on the way.
Yeah, this is an
summertime.
Americana collection. I believe it's available now directly at Old Navy. They have over 100 items, and it's designed for all ages. So there's items for kids, there's items for adults, styles for men and women, and some unisex looks as well. This is playful. This is fun. I could see, getting kids matching Mickey Mouse shirts for family vacation,
Yep.
where you maybe want to have that cohesive look, but you don't necessarily want to do the individual t-shirts or
Yeah. And
that
oh no, go ahead, Becca.
I was gonna say, I'm not sure I like that swimsuit. Like, I like the silhouette of it. I like the cut. I don't know that I would just want to wear a swimsuit with a giant Mickey head on it.
I love this swimsuit.
Do you?
100%. Yeah, no, I really like the placement of the Mickey where it is. If you're gonna go big and bold, I like where they've opted to position this one. And then want to remind you, we've got Memorial Day, Flag Day, July 4th, Labor Day, kind of some of those big like Americana festivals and memorials and celebrations are around the corner. So if you stop by Old Navy soon, there's 4 dates right there on your calendar where you can't go wrong.
Yes.
Being red, white, and blue and Mickey. So we've got stop by your Old Navy nearby and see what of the Disney Americana collection you will find. I like this Good Days Only.
I do too. It's a good reminder. And that's a pin set. So that's something that you can easily carry with you every single day. Or, I don't know, put on a favorite tie or something.
Mickey in the shades.
That's good too.
I like with the blue ears.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the colors of this collection.
I've been leaning towards a lot more royal blues lately. I don't know why, but for some reason, kind of that bold blue has been jumping out at me more. Over in Epcot, the Three Amigos are popping up the Three Caballeros are popping up. Brain sauce, saludos amigos.
That's okay. I mean, they still are amigos, so the word fits.
But we have Panchito, Jose Carioca, and Donald Duck.
Yeah.
On these brightly colored items. It's the Epcot Mexico Pavilion. Oh wow. Okay.
That's my favorite right there, is that poncho. Or I mean, I guess, pullover poncho.
Yeah, no, it's poncho, nice woven poncho. It's got an Epcot label on it as well. So you've got a little nod to the theme park along with okay. I forget this little bird's name, but from Saludos Amigos.
I forget as well.
So a little.
I think he was on the Magic Band, because I had to look up the name, and then now, I mean, that was back in like January or something.
Okay.
Sorry, Magic Band Plus, and so I've completely forgot.
Oh, and a Tervis tumbler, the Mexico Epcot World Showcase, given a nod there, along with the. Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm not going to be able to say it.
Even ears with a beautiful rainbow palette there with the bow, along with the fireworks and the caballeros performing. It's kind of like the finale of the attraction right there in a headband.
I feel like this style, I mean, this headband with the colorful bow, they've done a different version of this without the Three Caballeros, just at Disney store, like as part, like a Mexican inspired ear headband. So it's interesting to see them kind of drawing from that for inspiration for this. But then also I like that we've included the attraction, like you're saying, the grand finale there.
And Next week, I'm heading down to Disneyland to get a little taste of the 70th celebration. And on my to-do list is the Key to Disneyland souvenir scavenge hunt. Okay, so Becca, this looks way more fun than it deserves to be. In fact, I believe it was fresh baked. I saw a tweet saying I had more fun with this than I anticipated. But for $70, $69.99, you pick up this enormous plastic key. And we've got video of it being displayed, kind of demonstrated. So you'll be able to click below and get a full, experience of it. But it plays audio, it lights up. And as you trek around Disneyland, going to various of these enormous keyholes that are themed to the lands they're in, whether it's New Orleans Square, Main Street, Toontown, etc. You get to have a little bit of fun. It lights up, it does, plays little songs and stuff, and it causes certain icons to light up on your key as you make your way around the park. And then in a finale moment, a little compartment opens and displays one of 9 pins inside. And here's a sample of what they are, because they represent the 9 themed lands of Disneyland. And so depending on which one you get, right? Woohoo! It's like you can be excited, or you can be like, I need to trade. So the one that isn't pictured here is the one that our very own Mike Celestino ended up getting when he completed his, and that's the Partners statue. But I'm super excited by this. So simple, but yet like a lot of fun. I don't know. Are you game for these kind of scavenger hunt things?
I like this idea. Yes. I think this would be something fun to participate in. And it gives you something to, like, especially sorry, I'm getting all ahead of myself here. I like that if you are living close to the Disneyland resort, or if you're someone who's going to be able to return a couple times during the length of the celebration, you don't have to finish the key on your first visit. So you can like make that something to look forward to every time you go back, or even every day. Like if you're there for 3 or 4 days or something, you can do a little bit every single day. And I think that's just adds to the fun and enjoyment of it. I like that you have that option to pace yourself, and I don't know. I think that's pretty cool.
For me, one of the elements of this that I've totally just slipped out of my head because I got distracted by that picture, is no, it's gone.
Oh
it
no!
was here and then it's gone. No, it's okay. So this is what red eye.
The magical visits, going back a couple times if you live close.
Oh, I know what it is. No. I was gonna say one of the things that I wish was different about it, to be honest. Given the price of $59.99, I wish I could opt in for my first pin. Like, I wish I knew what pin. I wish it was a pin with key, and then a surprise add-on.
Okay. Yes.
So that I would like. I think that would appeal to me more than a $60 total blind box.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
And so, but all of these designs are fantastic. I wouldn't be disappointed with any of these designs. Some of them I like more than others, but none of them to me are duds.
I agree.
And so I think they did a really fantastic job in picking what icons they wanted for each area. So yeah. I'm excited. So maybe when I come back next time, you guys, I'll share with you excitement. So let's see. So far I've said I need to share Lilo and Stitch toys, and I need to share a interactive key. Sensing a pattern in the kind of stuff I like. Interactive.
Interactive is good.
Speaking of Disneyland's 70th, some of that 70th merchandise will be making its way to the Disney store. Becca, I mean, we've talked about the color scheme.
Yes.
We've showcased some of the items that have already hit shelves.
Mm-hmm.
In looking over this collection, were any of them ones where you're like, yes, I'm glad that's coming to Disney Store, so I don't have to make the trek out to Anaheim, but can get something for the 70th?
I mean, I still think that seriously and funny enough, I really do like the Spirit jersey.
Okay.
So it's, it's silly, but
Nice.
Spirit jersey's good. I that's cute. I would have wanted that for my sisters. Like I wouldn't have worn it myself, but I would have been like, my sisters should totally have this,
Yeah, I want something like that. Okay, so on my list, I was like, let me see. I need a new Magic Band. The Magic Band I purchased for Epcot's anniversary isn't holding a charge well anymore.
Oh.
So I was thinking, maybe I'll pick up a Disneyland 70th one when we get there. Another item that grabbed my attention is the pin. There's such a wide variety of pins, but this one with Mickey in his 70th outfit and just the colors on it, I mean, instant joy.
Yes.
Looking at this pin. And then finally, I think I am going.
Oh yeah, you definitely have to get that.
Add to my R2 collection. I have the R2 MK50 from
from Walt Disney World.
Walt Disney World Celebration, and its backstory was a royal, like it's served in the royal house of Naboo. The backstory for this droid is not quite as specific. However, it is said to be a Coruscant droid.
Oh, even better.
Right?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Okay. So initially I was like, oh, really? Come on, give me a great backstory. But then I was like, then I kept reading Coruscant. Woo-hoo!
Yeah.
So I don't know. I love the purples and the gold. I love this blue chrome on the dome. I want to see it in person to see if it looks as lovely to me in person as it does here on screen. But yeah, this little guy may be making his way home with me from my next visit to the park. It's a trade up, the fun money budget.
Yeah.
It's the zip hoodie or the R2 unit. So they're battling with each other in this moment. And next week you'll find out soon. I'm not sure if it'll be next week. It'll be like the week after. You'll find out which one won. So.
Well, also everything that we've looked at from this article that Alex put together is going to be available at Disney Store. So even if you don't have that budget on your trip, you might have it when you're back home, and you can still acquire both.
I don't have to make the impulse buy. I can give myself a moment because these items hit Disney Store in June.
I believe on the 9th.
So I have a few more weeks to kind of debate it. So yeah. As we get ready to look at Becca's shopping list, I want to remind you that a Goofy movie, some Roosevelts are hitting tomorrow, including this ridiculous possum hat, which seems to be what everybody in the comments is super stoked for. So if you needed a plush possum hat, Roosevelt's is the place to be tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern drop. I am feeling very good at saying if you want that, be there at drop.
I would think so.
That feels like a going fast.
Mm-hmm.
With that, we have Becca's shopping list.
Yes. So I know. I'm not gonna be able to top that. That we keep. It's only gonna be mediocre from here on out. But
right? Come on.
But tomorrow we will have this. I'm sure we'll have an article up tomorrow, and yeah. So over at Disney Store, yesterday's Tuesday pin drop was here. We got a new Lion King pin and some other fun designs for heading into June, including some Pride pins. So we're brushing up there on the next month. There's the new Disney Band Plus coming to the Disney Destiny. So this is like Magic Band, but it's for the Disney Cruise Line. So there's a new design there. If you are a Walt Disney World pass holder, you can pick up your Maleficent magnet at Walt Disney World. It's available for a limited time. And I think people were excited because they're finally doing a villain. Usually these are like, just a lot of the not evil character. I wouldn't say evil, but you have happier characters. So they're doing a Disney villain. Also at Walt Disney World and available at Disney stores is the new Figment Loungefly in the pastel collection. So Figment ears and mini backpack are available now. Loungefly also released a new series of Ratatouille bags and accessories. Very, very charming, very cute, very inspired by food and cheese, and of course, little Chef Remy. So he and Emile are also featured all over this collection. And then the Alice and Queen of Hearts show is a new show. I believe this is Disneyland Paris. There's some merchandise that's available now, and we were there, so we've got photos of what you can get. And then if you're shopping online, Uniqlo has a new Disney in Blue series of some t-shirts, so some fun stuff there. Not quite barely necessities, but Ono Hawaiian Barbecue has done a collaboration with Disney, so there's some Lilo and Stitch inspired meals there for families. And then there's a new Lego Simpsons Krusty Burger set that's on its way. I believe that's next month, but you can see what the whole thing looks like. And then finally, Universal Orlando Resort is getting ready for Halloween Horror Nights already, and they're showing some of their seasonal merchandise that will be available this fall. So lots to look forward to.
And I just want to be sure that you know that Disney Band Plus, it's what they call the Magic Band at sea. It is Magic Band Plus. It is the same item. So when you purchase it on the boat, it'll be the Disney Band Plus. But when you're at the parks, it'll operate just like your Magic Band Plus. So it's just one of those things where I'm guessing because of the boat being registered where it is and international dynamics, they call it the Disney Band Plus. Kind of like what Moana, when you're over in Paris, they call her something else, because right?
Yeah, she's Vaiana.
Yeah, because of the name Moana already has a known character or person connected to it, so they go with a different name. So
in that song where she talks about, or I can't even remember the name of it, but the one where she's like, I am Moana, she says, Je suis Vaiana, and it's still just as good, but Je suis Vaiana.
Okay.
Sorry. I love it. I love the soundtrack. We have the French soundtrack and we have the American soundtrack.
Oh, very cool. And with Lilo and Stitch hitting theaters this weekend, our team has gathered up all the various theaters and their different offerings and whatnot. So stop by Laughing Place, and so you can make your theater purchase. If you're trying to figure out which theater to go to, maybe the type of popcorn bucket they have available might sway you. Mm-hmm. So you can check all that out here at Laughing Place. With that in mind, we've got Epic Universe coverage happening right now. Our team was at Disney Hollywood Studios, and some Villains merch has popped up as that show is just around the corner. I know they spotted some new Droid t-shirts as well. So as always, there's lots of stuff happening here at Laughing Place. So we hope that you will give us a like here, subscribe, so that when we go live in the parks, you will be alerted. With that, Becca and I will say goodbye.